Shalom is Brother Yashim Hazakar from the Israelite Times Report, IsraeliteTimes.com. Upon my watch, all praises are due to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. Peace and blessings to all the brothers spread across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth and sincerity. I got this from Reuters. It says Putin says Russia has tested next generation nuclear weapon. Putin says Russia has tested next generation nuclear weapon. From Reuters, it says Moscow President Vladimir Putin said on Thursday that Russia has successfully tested a potent new strategic missile, and declined to rule out the possibility it could carry out weapons tests involving nuclear explosions for the first time in more than 3 decades. Okay, so here we are. It's war in the air, and we know what's going on with these these alleged attacks over there in the land, over there in Israel, which I don't even really want to speak on that much. Could easily get flagged, but all you're hearing about is war. This is the time that we're in. You know, hey, it's getting serious. We know the MOTB, the mark of the beast, has to be around the corner at some point. They're having this discussion about the CBDC. Supposedly there's this bill to block the CBDC, but we know that it's all BS. At some point they're going to launch that thing and use that to bring in the mark of the beast. Okay? But anyway, getting back to this article from Reuters, it says Putin said for the first time that Moscow has successfully tested the I'm going to try to pronounce this. It's Brevistnik. It's a nuclear powered and nuclear capable cruise missile. I think it's called Burevestnik, however you pronounce it. But anyway, it's a nuclear powered and nuclear capable cruise missile with a potential range of many thousands of miles. All right, 1 hour. But anyway, it says he also. Oh, by the way, they've been bragging for the longest time that they could, hit the East Coast. I think they said in a half hour or something like that. Either an hour or a half hour. They've been bragging about that. And last year there was an article that came out. One of the head U.S. military officials said that their defenses are weak. So again, a lot of stuff could be BS in war. You deceive in war. So, but we know that we're in that time of prophecy. So things are heating up. Where there's smoke, there's fire. That's what I'll say. It's a lot of talk back and forth, but where there's smoke, there's fire. So even if it's not all true, some of it is true. There's some truth here. Because we're in that time. Okay. It says he also, and get back to the article, it says he also told an annual gathering of analysts and journalists that Russia had almost completed work on its Sarmat intercontinental ballistic missile system, another key element of its new generation of nuclear weapons. So that's all these dudes are talking about, is nuclear weapons, war. Like I said, you got the situation going on in Israel. It says Putin, who has repeatedly reminded the world of Russia's nuclear might since launching his invasion of Ukraine in February of 2022, said no one in their right mind would use nuclear weapons against Russia. So, Russia and Putin are standing very boldly in these times. As prophesied, there would be a guard unto the nations. And these other nations that are And y'all got to forgive my voice too, but these other nations that are I would say at odds with the U.S., they're coming under the guard, the wings, if you will, of Russia. You know, Russia's become like a protector to them. I keep talking about this. It says if such an attack was if such an attack was detected, he said, such a number or of our missiles, hundreds and hundreds, would appear in the air that not a single enemy would have a chance of survival. So this is how Putin is talking. Okay, I'm gonna read that apart again because I messed up. My voice is messed up right now. But it says, if such an attack was detected, he said, such a number of our missiles, hundreds and hundreds, would appear in the air that not a single enemy would have a chance of survival. This is how Putin is talking. Okay? This is how Putin is talking. And we know that they're trying to give funding to Ukraine, and U.S. is trying to give more funding to Ukraine. And they've been saying that they've had troops over there, since the beginning of the war, and they're lying to the people, making it sound like they're not over there. But you know, Putin and his men have already said they're at war with NATO. That's point blank, period. That is what it is. I'm going to get Revelations 12 and 6. It says, and the woman fled into the wilderness where she had a place prepared of the Most High Power, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, that they should feed her for 1,260 days. It says, and there was a war in heaven. Okay. So you're going to see, man, matter of fact, let me just go ahead. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. And yeah, they durst through a fight. Even though they were afraid, they will still fight. Okay, and that's what's going to happen. Michael and his angels, his chariot is going to come down and blitz the shit out of Esau and his bullshit ass technology. Okay, because he is not going to win this fight, and he's going to be so afraid. He's going to be afraid, but he's going to fight anyway because the pride is lifted up in him. Right, that's the pride in him. Okay, but starting with our Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay, when he get that signal, when he get that go ahead, and Michael and his angels are gonna destroy this damn demon, man, and his angels and his technology, which he thinks he's built up to fight against the angels of the Lord, because that's really what this is all about. That's what this what is it? What is this shit that Elon Musk got? SpaceX, and he had Trump created the sixth branch of the military, which is the Space Force, right? They think that technology is going to beat the technology of the Lord. The Lord's creation, the angels in their chariots, which can move undetectable, and then they'll come into vision when they want to. But this damn devil is so prideful, the deceived and the deceiver here is the Lord deceived them into thinking that he can fight against the angels. But it says, and there was a war in heaven, right? Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation. And we're waiting on salvation, man. True deliverance. Okay, not another presidential election. Not we're not we're not looking for one of these Edomite Caesars to take rule and deliver us. That's not what we're waiting on. Um, Now it's come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power and the power of his Christ, his anointed, um, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down. Okay? The accuser of our brethren is cast down. Who's the accuser of our brethren? This damn devil, man. You know, he's the a-hole that poisoned the water, poisoned the food, poisoned the air, or polluted the air, um, set Jacob with all of this COINTELPRO, destroyed the communities, destroyed the Native American communities, the Latino communities, right? COINTELPRO used the FBI to infiltrate organizations, including Israelite camps, right? Set up false flags and then turn around and point the finger at us. Okay? For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. All right? And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto death. And that's the time that we're in right now. I fucking hate my life. Excuse my language. Hate my life. I want out of this bitch. That's why I'm constantly in prayer, man. Because it's going to take the Lord, man. It's going to take the spirit and the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to get through these days, man. Because we're coming up to some very, 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 very dark days, man. It's going to get real ugly out here. So we love not our lives unto death. And if you listen to the real men of the Lord, we're constantly complaining about this shit. We're constantly complaining about this goddamn world. We're not sitting up here trying to build up shit. You're looking for this bitch to get burned down. If you're talking about building up some shit here, then you are in the wrong spirit. You are wrong. There's no way in hell you're a man of the Lord and you're looking to build up something here. This place has got to go. There needs to be a reset button push. Yeah, the Lord's reset button. That's the only reset that we're looking forward to. Okay? But again, I'm going to read that part again, 12 and 11, Revelations 12 and 11. It says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Then woe meaning destruction. Okay? Woe. It doesn't say we're going to have a peaceful time. It says woe to the inhabitants of the earth. They always talking about peace on earth. Peace on earth. But it says woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Right? It doesn't say the devil is coming down being peaceful. That everything gonna be all right. No, it says he coming down with great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Okay? So this is the time that we're in right now. You got to respect the process. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean by respect the process? You got to respect the Lord's time. You got to respect the Lord's timing, because you got niggas out here that throw in the garment, call themselves Israelites, They're not in the spirit. They in their own carnal mind. They think they're gonna take up arms and fight against Esau, and they're gonna get their asses rolled on. But these things must be. These things must be, right? You got niggas out there that are like that. Again, the accuser of our brother, and they're gonna use them to point and say, look, these Israelites are look at them. Okay. But we got to respect the process and understand that the Lord operates on his time. That's why I'm always going in Habakkuk, the second chapter, you know, because it is set for an appointed time. And scripture says, in your patience possess ye your souls, right? So we got to have patience. Here's the patience of the saints, right? We got to have patience and wait on the Lord to make his move, because that's when our salvation, that's when our deliverance takes place. It doesn't take place with you doing some stupid shit, taking up arms and trying to go fight Esau. This devil will smash you, man. And he's thirsty for blood. Okay? You want to be a victim? Go ahead. Be a stupid nigga. Jump out the window. You will have nothing to land on, nothing soft to land on. You're going to land on something, but it won't be anything soft to land on. Speaking of these Jakes trying to take up arms, I might as well go ahead and get this. This came from a website called A Government of Wolves. It says here, and it's a blog. It's one of those truther blogs or whatever, conservative Christian truther blogs. Excuse my voice again, please. But it says, "This is not freedom, America." That's the title of this article. It says, "The profit incentives driving the American police state." Okay, and whoever wrote this is stating that, all of this political bullshit, this political back and forth nonsense, is a cover up and a smokescreen for the coming police state. Okay, it says, "Pay no heed to the circus politics coming out of Washington D.C. It's just more of the same grandstanding by tone deaf politicians, oblivious to the plight of the citizenry. Don't allow yourselves to be distracted by competing news headlines cataloging the antics of the ruling classes. While they are full of sound and fury, they are utterly lacking in substance because it's all fluff. They're always going to do this. They're always going to do that. Oh, I'm going to push this bill. Oh, I'm going to ban this. I'm going to stop that. They don't do shit. It says, tune out the blaring noise of meaningless babble. Funny he said that because this is Babylon. Babel meaning confusion, right? It says it is intended to drown out the very real menace of a government which is consumed with squeezing every last penny out of the population. Focus instead on the steady march of the police state at both the national, state, and local levels. Because that's what's happening. They're militarizing the police, and they've been doing that. Okay, but they're really about to get militarized and mobilized. The mobilization. And they have troops running all through the states quietly. That's something else is going on. The guard is moving around. And you can check that out. Probably go to BitChute, just type in troops, troop movement, U.S. troop movement. And then you have these, through the border, you have these military aged men crossing the border. A lot of people, they're saying there's a conspiracy behind that. They think they're being invaded by foreign troops. And that could be a thing with the UN, and that could really set some shit off. We don't know. But it says, again, it says focus instead on the steady march of the police state on both national, state, and local levels, and the essential freedoms that are being trampled underfoot in a single minded pursuit of power. Says while the overt and costly signs of the despotism exercised by the increasingly authoritarian regime that passes itself off as the United States government are all around us, warrantless surveillance of Americans' private phone and email conversations by the FBI, NSA, etc., SWAT team raids of Americans' homes, shootings, and unarmed citizens by police, harsh punishments meted out to school children in the name of zero tolerance, drones taken to the skies domestically, endless wars, out of control spending, militarized police, I just talked about that, roadside strip searches, privatized prisons with a profit incentive for jailing Americans, mostly Jake, Black and Latinos, mainly. Fusion centers to collect and disseminate data on Americans, private transactions, and militarized agencies with stockpiles of ammunition, to name some of the most appalling. You rarely hear anything about them from the politicians, the corporations, or the news media. Listen to all the things this person just rolled out there, and you tell me this place isn't wicked? You blame us for cussing this place out? This is Babylon. This is the United States of America. So I've said before and I'll say it again. This devil is being exposed, man. You know, by his own people. Mainly he's being exposed by the men of the Lord, the men that cry inside, you know, the abominations, and expose the abominations of this wicked society. But um, even his own people are exposing them, and that's through the spirit of the Lord. The Lord put the spirit um, on these Edomites to expose their own government. That's something I talk about all the time. Zechariah 11:4. Thus saith the Lord, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And everyone now knows that this devil is guilty. His witchcraft is no longer working. It's wearing off. It says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. Okay, because you have these sellout camps, leaders of these camps that are just actually trying to keep this lie going, working with this devil, getting on camera saying we don't hate the white man, we don't hate Edomites, we just love our people. First of all, 2/3 of our people are wicked. 2/3 of our people gonna get judged by the Heavenly Father through His Son. Okay, and like I say all the time, these people, they don't really truly believe that this place is going to be destroyed, and they believe that they have something here to hold on to, not understanding that this shit is gonna be melted away, man. We supposed to be in the spirit of crying out, crying out to the Lord, man. We're supposed to be sighing and crying. There's no way in hell you're a man of the Lord, man. That's why I can't watch these niggas, man. Certainly these niggas, I can't watch them. All of that Kwam Yashala and just constantly making it sound like we already in the kingdom. I'm not with that shit, man. Tell you that right now. I want out of this goddamn place. Um, Matter of fact, Second Peter, Second Peter 3:11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. Okay? Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be? Whew. Damn. Look, man. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversations and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Lord, our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, wherein the heavens being on fire, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. This shit gonna be destroyed. Okay, this shit place is gonna be destroyed. That nigga Trump, now he is a nigga, ultimate nigga. That nigga Trump said that he was calling those third world countries, he was calling them shithole. What do you call them? Shithole countries or something like that. But America's a shithole. Okay. It says, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Lord, our power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, because we believe, okay, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And that's what we are looking forward to. We're not looking to heal Babylon. As it says, Babylon would have been healed. He would have healed Babylon. Okay, matter of fact, let me go ahead and get that. That's Jeremiah 51. I started the 7th verse. It says, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. All the earth, all these nations have drunken the wine. Matter of fact, he's going to say that the nations have drunken of her wine, her philosophy, her democracy, her bullshit. You know, it says, the nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. The nations are gone crazy. That Babylon juice is, because you even in in certain parts of Asia like China, they had the bleaching creams trying to make themselves look more like Edomites, all kinds of weird shit. But then also the nations at the same time are rejecting some of Babylon's madness. These Hamite nations are rejecting the alphabet shit. But anyway, it says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. Right? This is the Lord mocking Babylon. Lord has a sense of humor, so to speak. It says, 9th verse, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies, right? Babylon is finished. We're just waiting for the finishing touches. And you know where that come? When this devil tries to implement that MOTB, when he brings out the mark of the beast and he tries to say, yeah, you won't be able to buy or sell, you won't be able to do shit, you be cut off from society if you don't take it. So he's bullshitting around because he sees those chariots, man. He sees those chariots, and the top elites know prophecy. They know something, right? I'll say that. They know something. They know who the real children of Israel are. They know that they're the Edomites. They know that it prophesies that they're going to go into slavery. The Lord is preserving their life, letting them live a very long time. Um, they think they're going to go into their bunkers when shit pop off. When World War III pop off, they think they're going to go in their bunkers and be safe. But the Lord put them in a trick bag, you know, and and it's gonna be something to behold, man. When we reach the end, I'm just picturing in my mind, because they try to their best to emulate it in these movies like what's it damn, Independence Day. That's always the first one that comes to mind. You have World War of the Worlds and shit like that. Even Planet of the Apes, the original one. But mainly like Independence Day. I'm trying to think of some others. My mind's blank. But it's just gonna be something to behold. I had a dream. I talked about this some couple of months ago. Might have been March or something like that. I had this dream that I was at a studio, like a on set, like a movie set. And this actor, I don't know who it was. It was some actor. He was showing off their aircraft. Or they had like a mock chariot. Like a spacecraft on set. It was a huge craft, and he was showing how great it looked, and I laughed at him, and he was like, "What are you laughing at?" And in my dream, I kind of like pointed up and I signaled, um, and a chariot came down, a real one came down, and he was in awe, like he was amazed, and I was laughing in the dream. I was laughing the whole time, like I was like his little bullshit ass craft that he had. It was nothing in comparison to the one that came down from the heavens, right? And that was like the first dream that I had like that, of a chariot like that. And it was just, basically the dream was just showing that there's nothing that Esau has that the Lord can't top and destroy. Esau's technology is only amazing to the people of this world, but if you understand the ways of the Heavenly Father and the creations of the Heavenly Father and what He can do and what He will do, you won't be spooked out by Esau's technology. That's all bullshit. It's bullshit in comparison to what the Lord has. All right, Shalom is Brother Yashim Azakar from the Israelite Times Report. IsraeliteTimes.com. Upon my watch, all praises are due to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to all the brothers spread across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth and sincerity. Right quick, I want to talk about this Jimmy Butler thing. This humiliation ritual that he's doing, coming out with the weird hair and the the emo look that they're calling it. And you know how people are so stupid. Um, they're laughing at it like it's just something that he's doing. Like he's just trolling. And it was just something that I thought about how simple our people are. And some can see it. Some people can see it. They can see it for what it is, that it's a humiliation ritual that this devil make our people do in order to get on a higher level in their kingdom, right? But a lot of our people are so stupid that they think that he's trolling. And I just saw the comment sections, and sometimes I just look through the comment section and see what people are saying, and it's just like, damn, our people are stupid, man. because sometimes we get in the echo chamber, us brothers that are in the faith, we get in the echo chamber and we listen to each other so much. Now, I shouldn't say that we forget how ignorant people are, but to a certain point, we're kind of like blocking out the rest of the world, you know? Because I can only guess that, brothers that are sincerely in this thing, we don't really hang out with the world, right? We have, so-called friends in the world or whatever, people that we may associate with from time to time, but we're not really caught up in this world. The world doesn't accept us, so we kind of for the most part are off to ourselves. But when you tap into what's going on in the world a little bit, we kind of like in and out. And so I just wanted to check the comment section and see what people were saying, and lo and behold, you had a lot of our people saying, "Oh man, he's doing a good job of trolling them." Like he wore the little, I don't know, I guess you can call, I don't know if it was a wig or whatever, the feminine look that he had. And people were saying he's trolling. No, he's trolling the media without even realizing that this is a humiliation ritual that he's going through. Because humiliation rituals aren't limited to just rappers and uh, movie stars, because LeBron James, he wore a dress. Russell Westbrook, he wore a dress. He's been wearing feminine shit for a long time now. And even Charles Barkley, who was a weirdo his damn self, but he called out Russell Westbrook for wearing feminine clothing. So, anyways, I'm saying that to say, our people are just stuck on stupid. They're ignorant as hell. And it's just a reminder, man, of how far gone our people are and why we need the kingdom, why we need to get the hell up out of here, and why we cry inside. It's not just something that we do. It's people think that we're too rough on our people, right? They say, "Oh, brother, you need to have more love for people. You need to have more love for people." Our people are destroyed, man, for lack of knowledge. So our people just love remaining ignorant, man. Our people bathe in ignorance. It's something that I say a lot. Um, this is Proverbs 1:22. How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Our people love to mock, love to scorn, and they delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. They reject knowledge, right? Fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, but our people reject the Lord. They reject wisdom. They reject knowledge. Okay, it says 23rd verse: turn you at my reproof. Okay, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you, because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. And what's going to happen um, in the very near future, I believe, you know, I believe in the very near future, all of that mocking and scorning, man, there's going to be a lot of regret. That's the word I want to use, regret, in the very near future. I think when that time comes, people are going to have a moment where they realize that they've not only been duped, but they've been on the wrong side of this thing. And they're going to wish that they were standing on the side of truth. And what is that truth? That truth is faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. They're going to wish that they were calling on those names. Because when the elect is sealed, it's like Noah, when the ark was closed, that was it, man. That was it. And I think all of this mocking and scorning and because people let me I think I didn't address this part. The comment section was filled with mixed reviews. You like I said, you had some people that understood what was going on. They call it a humiliation ritual. And you had ignorant niggas in the comment section. I'm talking about the Jimmy Butler thing. They were pointing out that the elites were making Jimmy Butler dress like that or make himself look effeminate as a humiliation ritual, and it was done by the elites. And people in the comment section were mocking and talking shit about the people that were trying to bring the truth out. And they were saying that, oh, they're conspiracy theories. Oh, you niggas are Illuminati niggas. You always talking about the Illuminati this, Illuminati that. Shut the fuck up. It's just Jimmy Butler having fun. Y'all need to shut the fuck up. Yada, yada, yada. So they were rejecting that knowledge because there were people bringing out truth, right? They were trying to point out that, hey, man, this is something that they do, especially the black men, right? The tribe of Judah, so-called African Americans the most. They always make them humiliate themselves. They love to humiliate the shit out of Judah. They love humiliating Judah. Why? Because that's the tribe where our Lord came through. Right? And these elites know this too, by the way. Don't fool yourself. They know. So anyways, fools they what does it say again? Let me go back up. It says, and fools hate knowledge. They hate knowledge. I know people that would try to, back in the day they used to try to debate with me. And it's back when I used to actually try to, not really debate, but like kind of go back and forth with people about this truth. And everything was fine. Like they bringing out their little scriptures, I was bringing out my scriptures. They would bring out their scriptures, I would bring out my scriptures. They bring out their little scriptures, I bring out the precepts, and then eventually you reach a point where you hit them with a death blow, right? With something that they can't deny, something they can't wiggle away from or get over. There's no wiggle room. And they don't have an argument. You shut down their argument. And what would happen from there is instead of them saying, oh shit, you're right, I was wrong. Instead what they would do is they would get mad and attack me, the person. Oh, but you ain't this and you ain't that. Right? Because anything to avoid having to deal with the word of the Lord in its fullness and completion. Why? And ultimately, it's the Lord that did that to him, because He said He'll choose your delusions, right? But again, it says, because I've called and you refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded, but ye have set at naught all my counsel and would none of my reproof. Okay. I also will laugh at your calamity. That's what the Lord said. He'll laugh at your calamity. And that's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing falling to the hands of the living power, man. It says, I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh. And everybody has something that they fear, whether it be guns, knives, animals. It could be anything. People have different fears. But it says, I will mock when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind when distress and anguish cometh upon you. That's terrible, man. It's terrible. But our people, again, going back up to the 22nd verse, how long ye simple ones will you love simplicity? This is the Lord. This is asking a question, man. You know, how long? Um, then let me get the 28th verse says, then shall they call upon me. This is horrible right here when you think about it. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. That's terrible, man. And those are the times that we're coming into, because the Lord is going to do away with all of this madness, man. You know, all of this mocking of the tribes and humiliating them, and the Lord is going to put away. He's going to do away with all of this, and all the people that were in league with this, that joined up with this, they're going to be destroyed right along with Esau. I forget the verse right off the top of my head. Damn, I can't remember it. But oh man, I can't remember it. Salaki, I can't remember it. But it says that all that was joined together with them shall there should be destroyed also, roughly paraphrasing, something along those lines. I think I just read it like 2 weeks ago. I can't remember it right now. My mind went blank. But those that are joined up with Esau, this kingdom, they're gonna be destroyed right along with it. You know? They're gonna be destroyed right along with it. It says, they shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, for that they hated knowledge. Hated knowledge. And I was looking at that comment section, and that's what came to mind. Even though the people that were in the comment section trying to tell them the truth, they weren't necessarily in the truth of being Hebrew Israelites. So, you know, they wasn't necessarily going into the Bible per se, but they were giving knowledge. They was giving game. They were saying, look, the elites are making Jimmy Butler do a humiliation ritual. And then you had people mocking, talking shit, saying, you niggas, man, you niggas always got a conspiracy theory. You niggas in this Illuminati shit. I wish y'all shut the fuck up. He's just trolling. No, he's not just trolling. He's not just trolling. There's an agenda to effeminize especially the tribe of Judah, but all the tribes, to make them weak, make them soft, okay? There's an agenda. And when you go to war, the first thing you do is you take the men out, right? So Esau is in a mind state of war. He's in a state of warfare in his mind. I'm talking about the elites of Esau. Their mindset is war. Keep the men soft and effeminized. And that's what they're doing, man. They're doing a hell of a job of it because these niggas is soft. These niggas is pussy. Excuse me. These niggas, I look around, man, these little young thug niggas, they are pussy. These niggas are punks, man. Little skinny pants. I mean, their pants look like their sister. It looked like some shit back in the day your sister wore. You know? Little girly men. Soft, emotional, weak. And they're following the example of these supposed stars, you know, these Russell Westbrooks of the world, these now the Jimmy Butlers, even LeBron James, like I said, he wore a dress. That was like last year or something, or earlier this year. You know, they had this style. I remember a couple of years ago, they had Omar Epps coming out with He had a little pants dress thing on. It was on one of those talk shows. It might have been Ellen. I can't remember what show it was. But yeah, man, they love humiliating and effeminizing Jake. But what is that going to lead to? Let me get it again. It says, when your fear cometh as a desolation, it's 27th verse. When your fear cometh as a desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. And see, that's what these people don't know. See, they think that the Lord is going to tell them, hey, destruction's coming tomorrow. Get your shit together. They don't understand that your warning is coming from the prophets of the Lord. They don't understand that the men that they're laughing at and pointing the finger at and talking shit about, they're the one, that's your warning right there. They don't know that. They have no idea. They think we're just niggas. Just niggas reading the Bible. They don't understand. It says, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. Like Noah in the flood, when those people got drowned. Those people drowned in the flood. You don't think they was calling on the Lord? I guarantee you they were. In that moment, I guarantee you they were. Noah and his family was safe. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the coming of the Son of Man, right? Noah was safe. Noah and his family were safe. It says, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. All of this hee ha ha and this shit, that shit's about to end, man. I was thinking about that last night. I was at work and I just saw niggas just being niggas. Their mind is so far from the Lord, man. You can just see that they just comfortable, because the way I work at it's pretty busy and it's like, there's clubs and shit all around. And, Jake, he walking with his woman or whatever, that was everybody, basically. It was Jake's and Edomites too, so mixed together. But you can just look and tell. Nobody's thinking about the Lord except for the men of the Lord. And that's the way the Lord set it up. They just so comfortable. They just think this shit is gonna go on forever, man. They think everything's all right. They think they're in good case. They have no idea what's coming, man. They have no idea. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They were none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, like Noah, right? Like Noah. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Because you best believe, man, our only way out, our only ticket out of this destruction is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. That's it, man. You got to be fully persuaded in your own mind. There's nothing to go back to. What are you going to do? Go back to the world? As a man, you have no world to go back to. Maybe as a woman, you may still be able to play around a little bit because you got a sucker born every day. You got simp niggas that will hold you up no matter what you do. But as a man, as a black man, you have, as a so called black man, as a man, period, now, because even Edomite men are complaining. But you have no world to go back to, especially if you're a masculine man. You have no world to go back to. This ain't your kingdom. You have no world to go back to. What are you gonna do? Watch football, basketball, and then in the middle of that, you got to watch commercials of the alphabet community, the brainwashing of the media, all their propaganda. Again, as a man of the Lord, that's going to vex your spirit. It just, I don't even like watching TV. I look at YouTube and skip the damn commercials. One time I want to say some months ago, I was looking at actual television, and because I hadn't watched television in so long, my mind was blown when I saw the propaganda and the weirdo shit that they were putting on these commercials. I was just like, whoa, man. No wonder these people are all messed up in the head. Because I detached myself. I don't watch TV. I don't pay for that shit. I don't watch it. There's nothing on TV for me to look at. If I want to watch anything, I'll look at it on YouTube or BitChute, Rumble. I don't watch none of that shit. So I hadn't really seen commercials, and I'm not even talking about commercials on YouTube. I'm talking about like television, like live television commercials, and all of the propaganda and the weirdo shit in these commercials. I was like, whoa! Even for me, I was blown away. Like just in the past 3 years, like they've just amped up all of this weirdo shit. Like it's gotten worse. I saw, by the way, right quick, speaking of effeminate, yo, I was on the train and again, I'm in DC. So I was on the train coming back from work. This is right before I came in here and recorded. I might as well talk about it. I was on the train coming back from work and we got to this stop and this Edomite, a trans, yo, oh my God, yo, you want to talk? This motherfucker had, excuse my language, he had on a purple dress with, and he had, uh, I guess he was transitioning, so he had breasts already, but he had a beard, and he was dancing like he had his AirPods in. I was, and I turned, I said, "That's a dude." I said, "Oh my God, what in the fuck?" And I just said, "Yo, just as comfortable." In the ancient world, that shit would not be allowed. This place has got to go, man. This place has got to go. Just as comfortable, man. Long purple dress on. And I guess because he's transitioning, he had breasts or whatever, but he had a beard. It was a dude. It was an actual dude. And I just said, yo, this place cannot go on any longer, man. Cannot.